Well, here I am the next morning. I just thought I'd come up in the daylight, kind of show with the video type of thing what happened, and the kind of country that I was in when I did. I came in last night just to make a varmint calling stand. Greg wasn't with me. We got back from riding, and he just wanted he was going to stay back at camp and cook dinner, and I was just going to come out and make one last stand till dark. I came up and I originally sat next to this tree, and then there was this little bush in the way, and so I scooted forward about 5 feet or so, and you can kind of see where the shadow is with my finger. Well, not really. Where my finger is right here where I was sitting, where it's all squashed down. I'd been here about 15 minutes or so calling. I think I'd made 3 little, I don't know what you'd call them, stands or blows or whatever with the mouth call, about 2 minutes apiece, then waiting 3 or 4 minutes in between each time. There was a bunch of elk, probably 100 or more elk up here on this ridge. They were making lots of noise and calling back and forth, lots of calves in it. And then I was kind of giving up, and I looked down in my pocket, in my little camouflage jacket pocket, to pull out another call, and I looked up and I could see something orange right there underneath this little pine tree. And about the second that I figured out what it was, it took off running, or it went from, started moving towards me from about 0 to 100 miles an hour in about a half a second. And I didn't really have time to do anything. My rifle was in a bipod, kind of pointed directly off the city way anyway, which way I thought a coyote had come in. And all I did is raise the back of it up and kind of fell backwards and shot, and the lion kind of rolled over and went down right there. He got up again, and I got back up, and it flopped down again. It didn't go very far, obviously. These little sticks, this is where I thought it was going to rain last night, so I marked where the closest blood that I could find was, and where it was to me. There's blood right down here on this bush, right at the point of that stick, which would be the closest deal. And I'll even sit down here where I was sitting. You can see where it's all matted down, so you can see how close my foot was. There's a little notch where my foot was. That's where my foot was in this little groove that I dug out. Hell, I mean, that's only a foot or 2 away from where I shot him. He just flopped right back over here. He stood up a time or 2 and then went down. He's cheese, I guess you could say. Look right here, you can see where I shot it. It was actually raised up on 2 feet when I shot, like it was in attack mode. And you can tell I shot it while it was raised up, just because if it wouldn't have been up higher, it would have went in more in here than down low. So it was raised up. I don't really know a whole lot else I could say about it. There it is.